This is Usman. Welcome to Usman Physics.
In this video, I am going to discuss top 10 important model problems in the chapter Light, that to refraction of light on plane surfaces. And these model problems are very important to face polyset examination and also triple IT exam which is going to be conducted. So please subscribe my channel if you have not subscribed till now and watch the total video so that you may get some confidence of facing the exam. Let us see first question. Which of the following is not true during refraction of light? Light deviates from its original path, frequency remains constant, speed or velocity constant, wavelength changes. So we have to find which is not true during refraction of light. So we know refraction of light process, that is this is rarer medium and this is denser medium. So when a light ray enters from rarer to denser, definitely it deviates from its original path. So this is true. Now coming to frequency, wavelength and speed or velocity, we know that frequency remains constant during refraction. So this statement is also true. And we know wavelength changes. So this statement is also true. But here speed or velocity constant it is given, which is not true. Why? Because when during refraction of light, the speed or velocity of the light is not constant, it changes during refraction. So this is false, this is not true. So the answer for this question is speed or velocity constant, it is not true. So option C will be the correct answer. The question is units of absolute refractive index: meter per second square, meter second, second inverse, or no units. So we know that absolute refractive index is given by the formula n is equal to c by v. Here c means velocity of light in air or vacuum. V means it is also velocity of light in given medium. So when there is a physical quantity and when there is a that physical quantity, it is the ratio of two same quantities. That means this is a velocity and this is velocity. And we know the unit of velocity is meter per second. Here also unit for velocity is meter per second. So when the ratio contains same physical quantity with same units, those two units will get cancelled and the resultant physical quantity, that is refractive index, it will not be having any units. So for the answer for this question is no units. So the option D is the correct answer for this question. The question is duration of daytime is greater than nighttime due to refraction of light, reflection of light, diffraction of light, or scattering of light. So how to find the answer for this question? So let me explain you one concept. So if this is the surface of the earth, let this line be the horizon. Horizon means the line, the imaginary line, so where the sky and the earth both they appear to meet. So that line we call it as a horizon. Now let us assume one observer is on the surface of the earth. So before the sunrise, when the sun is below the horizon, the observer cannot see the sun. The sunlight, see how it reaches the observer. It reaches the observer in this way. So here instead of going straight, due to the refraction, the light has bent from the sun, but the observer sees as if the sun appears to him here. So before the actual sunrise, the observer is going to see the sun. So this is 2 minutes 2 minutes earlier during sunrise, the observer saw the sun before the sunrise due to bending of light rays, that is refraction of light. So same thing happens during sun sets also. So even though the sun has set, then because of the effect of refraction, the observer sees as if the sun is above the horizon even though it has set. So there also 2 minutes delay will be there. So like the total 4 minutes. So 4 minutes, the duration of the daytime is greater than nighttime due to refraction of light, but not reflection, diffraction and scattering. So the answer for this question is refraction of light. So next question is, a hunter wants to shoot a fish in clear water. It should be aimed above the image of the fish, below the image, directly towards the image, or in any direction. So let us answer for this question with the help of a diagram. So if this is surface of the water, this is air, and here let the fish be here inside the water. This is the actual position of the fish. So let here be the observer, and now so when the light rays traveling from fish to the observer, so here due to refraction they will bend and they will reach the observer. So let us assume the observer is here, but due to the effect of refraction the observer sees as if the image of the fish is here. So if the observer aims directly towards the image of the fish, here the fish is not present. So if the observer aims above the image, the fish will not be present. If the observer directly towards the image, the fish is not present here. So he has to aim below the image of the fish. Why? Because this is the actual position of the fish and this is the apparent position. Let us see another question. The speed of light in glass of refractive index 1.5 is 2 into 10 power 8 meters per second. In a certain liquid, the speed of light is 2.5 into 10 power 8 meter per second. The refractive index of liquid is. So how to find the solution for this question? Let us see. So we know that Snell's law can be written as sin I by sin R is equal to N2 by N1, and this can be written as V1 by V2. So now here N1 it is given as refractive index of glass as 1.5, and velocity of light in glass, that is V1, it is given as 2 into 10 power 8 meter per second. So we have to find the refractive index of liquid, that is N2 we have to find, and V2 it is given as 2.5 into 10 power 8 meter per second. Now we have to take this equation and we have to substitute these values in order to get N2 value, that is the refractive index of liquid. So from this we get N2 is equal to V1 by V2 into N1, that is equal to V1 2 into 10 power 8 divided by V2 2.5 into 10 power 8 into N1, it is 1.5. So if you substitute these values, if we simplify these, we get 30 by 25, that is equal to 6 by 5. So finally we get 1.20 as the refractive index of the liquid. So the answer for this question is C, that is 1.20. Another question. Just before setting, the sun may appear to be elliptical. Which of the following phenomena is responsible for this? The options are reflection, dispersion, refraction and diffraction. We know that the sun during sunsets and sunrises, it appears bigger in size. It appears bigger in size, or it appears to be elliptical because of the refraction of light. So the refraction phenomenon is responsible for the bigger size or elliptical size of the sun during sunsets and sunrises. So the answer for this question is refraction. Next question is, which of the following is not due to total internal reflection? Brilliance of diamond, mirage on hot summer, working of optical fiber, and difference between apparent and real depth of pond. So by seeing the options, we can easily identify that option A, that is brilliance of diamond, it is because of total internal reflection, and option B, that is mirages and also looming, they are nothing but one of the effects of total internal reflection, and working of optical fiber, it also depends upon total internal reflection, whereas the difference between apparent and real depth of a pond, for example, if a pond is there having certain depth, for the observer who is above the pond, he will see as if the apparent depth, that is the depth of the pond lies here itself. Actually real depth will be here. So this effect, it is due to refraction but not total internal reflection. So this is the answer for this question. Next question is, a glass slab of thickness 3 centimeters and refractive index 1.5 is placed on a paper. A person looks at it from a distance of 5 centimeters above the paper. At what distance from the person does the paper appear to be? And the options given are 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are in centimeters. So now what is given in the problem? There is a glass slab, and the thickness of this glass slab, it is given as 3 centimeters, and there is a paper below this glass slab. And now when the observer, when he is here, that is he is at a distance of 5 centimeters from the paper. Now to this observer, so what is the distance between this observer and this paper? That is at what distance from the person does the paper appears? So we have to find. So how to solve this model problem? See, we know refractive index can be found by formula, that is it is the ratio of real depth and apparent depth. So we know refractive index, it is given as 1.5. Real depth means thickness of the glass slab, that is 3, and we don't know what is the apparent depth. So from this apparent depth can be calculated as 3 by 1.5. If you simplify this, we get this as 2 centimeters. That means the apparent depth of the paper, it is nothing but 2 centimeters. So it is 2 centimeters. So already the distance between the observer and the paper, it is 5 centimeters, of from which thickness is 3 centimeters. So the remaining is 2 centimeters here in the air, and the apparent depth is 2 centimeters. So total this 2 centimeters and this 2 centimeters. So the paper, the distance of the paper from the observer, it appears as if it is 4 centimeters from the observer. So finally the answer, the option number 4, so D is the correct answer for this question. Let us see another question. If refractive indices for water and glass are 4/3 and 5/3 respectively, and light is tending to go from glass to water, the critical angle is. So 4 options are given. So how to find the critical angle for this problem? So what is given in the question, let us see once. So the light is, it is going from glass to water, and it is given that the refractive index of glass, it is 5 by 3, and let this be medium 1, and the refractive index of water it is given as 4 by 3, and let the refractive index of water, let it be n2. And if we apply Snell's law here, that is n1 sin I is equal to n2 sin R. So n1 first medium, that is glass, so refractive index of glass is 5 by 3, and sin I, angle of incidence, so he is asking to find the critical angle, so let the angle of incidence be IC, that is equal to n2 second medium refractive index of water, that is 4 by 3, and sin R. So for critical angle of incidence, the angle of refraction is 90 degrees, so angle of refraction R it is taken as 90 degrees. So 5 by 3 sin IC is equal to 4 by 3 sin 90, means we know sin 90 value is 1. So finally we get sin IC is equal to 4 by 3 into 3 by 5. So we get 4 by 5. So finally angle of incidence, that is a critical angle of incidence, is IC is equal to sin inverse 4 by 5. So this is the answer for this question. Now let us move to another question, which is a match the following type question, and these are very important model question for competitive examinations. So few items are given under column 1 and few are given under column 2, and we have to match both of them. So first one, n1 is equal to n2, that means here refractive indices of both medias they are same, that means there no refraction takes place, so light goes undeviated. So for A we can match H. Now for B, n1 sin I is equal to n2 sin R. By seeing this we can clearly understand that this is nothing but Snell's law. So for B we can match E. Now C, n1 greater than n2, that means n1 refractive index of first medium it is greater than second medium. So this is a first medium is a denser medium and second medium is a rarer medium. That means when light traveling from denser to rarer, when light is traveling from denser to rarer, it bends. When light traveling from denser medium to rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. So F will be the option for C. So C matches with F. Now n1 less than n2, that means here refractive index of n2 it is greater, that means n2 is denser medium and n1 is rarer medium. So light going from rarer to denser, when light travels from rarer to denser, it bends towards the normal. So light bends towards the normal. So for D we can match G. So like this we have to match by reading all the items, and this would be important model for nowadays competitive examinations.